sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Washington Redskins. Set to go now in what could be called the Battle of the Beltway. The Ravens and Redskins are underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. To throw on second down is Smith. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Smith. Jackson with a grab over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Smith now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And Peterson in Week 3 against Green Bay, he woke back up 120 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Man, I think what you're alluding to is how his season began, right? We go back to the Arizona game to start things off at Arizona. 96 yards and a touchdown. Week 2, only 20 yards on the ground. Indianapolis bottled him up. And then he explodes against Green Bay. And throughout his career, he has exploded against Green Bay. He put 199 on him one time when he was in Minnesota. I mean, he had well over 1,700 yards against Green Bay going into this ball game when he played. So Adrian Peterson likes to see the Packers. You still see the explosiveness. You still see the toughness, the vision, and the willingness and determination to get the extra yard. He had a big, big game.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Flushed out right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Now White on a return. Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Passing play, Flacco. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. First down Ravens as Flacco finds the former Cardinal John Brown. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now or no? Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Crabtree the target on that one.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now it's Smith. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. And this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now Smith on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That's good for a Redskin first down. Richardson on the reception from Smith. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Handoff comes to Peterson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Smith. Being chased out left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Well, that was excellent coverage right there. And he definitely did the right thing, showing that discretion is definitely the better part of valor. Threw it away, preserved the opportunity to kick for a field goal.
And excellent coverage. And right now the human is controlling the defense, so good job, human. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing here on first down. Flacco got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A first carry now for Alex Collins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Now Flacco firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Quick slant there gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. Flacco from midfield. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 30 yards there. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Buck Allen taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot on
best.
the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They start the drive with Peterson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. On first down, Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? Got his man. It's Williams. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Flacco here on second down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Ryan Kerrigan coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Flacco. A right side catch by Crabtree. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews from 19 yards away. And the Ravens are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Off of play action, here's Smith. Completes it right side to Dodson. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They go play action here on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doctson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. And he missed it. No good. This is going to remain a 2-point game after that one. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
First and 10 here for Flacco. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To pass, Flacco. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. On first down, Flacco. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Flacco to throw again on second down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Preston Smith able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Working left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Flacco. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown, 39 yards. And the Ravens are in for 6. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is up to 5. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Smith. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let...
And how about this, a fake? And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Flacco. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
2nd and 10. Flacco once more. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Looking for 2 yards here on 3rd down. Flacco. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Flacco looks to throw, and he's going to go down again. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On 1st down, it's Smith. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And this is caught in the end zone. It's Dotson for the Redskins touchdown. Josh Doctson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Liz,
from the gun. Here's Smith. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. On the return, here's White. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Hurry up.
On second down, Flacco to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Brought in left side by Snead. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he'll be marked down deep in Washington territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now a give to Collins. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. They'll try again with Collins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Tucker now to add the point after. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. Smith now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Double. Yep. All right, Rip. Yellow. Hey, let's roll. Hey,
They give it to Peterson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Smith picked off by his former college teammate Eric Weddle. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. As they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Pressure mounting, Flacco, and that is incomplete. Breaking that one up, the former All-Pro Josh Norman.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Crowder now to return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens